Quels sont les secrets de la compréhension écoute? Vraiment, il n'y a pas les secrets. What's up guys, welcome to this video, and today we're going to talk about listening comprehension strategies for learning a new language, specifically here on my channel, French. Now the thing with listening comprehension is, it's probably one of the more difficult elements of language learning. So often you can get through the basics of grammar, speaking, verb conjugation, different tenses, and understanding these ideas, building vocabulary. But one of the main struggles people have is understanding native speakers when they're speaking at a normal pace, i.e. listening comprehension. It's very important to build this because it's probably the most applicable skill in language learning and actually using a language in the real world. The ability to communicate is vested in the importance of speaking and comprehending. So the listening comprehension is essential. Now in order to practice this, what strategies can you use? Well, here I'm going to show you. First of all, what I really like to do is a thing called dictées en français. But in English, it's just basically transcribing audio. The way it works is this. You listen to audio in the target language, could be from a video or someone speaking, and you attempt to transcribe, write down what you hear them saying. This is very important because it helps you distinguish words, different sounding words, the characters being used, the accents, and how to tell what someone is saying, to be able to write it down precisely. It can be difficult, so you do want to start at easier levels to where you're understanding and picking up the distinct and distinguished words. And then over time, it becomes easier to make out the words, the characters, and the phrasing. And this will help you as you communicate with people to understand what they're saying. It's so important and often an overlooked area when you're starting and learning and focusing very much on a lot of grammar and writing. But I think the most important elements are listening comprehension and speaking. Another way to build listening comprehension is passive listening. Here, you're not actively listening to transcribe audio, you're simply listening. You can do this by watching movies or TV shows in your target language. Now this is very important as well because it helps to develop what I like to call your passive ear. What the passive ear allows you to do is basically become acquainted to the sound of the language. Eventually you start to pick up words passively. Once you reach a level where you can passively pick up and follow the words, your comprehension becomes much easier. To do this, you have to immerse yourself in the language. Aim to listen to at least an hour of audio in your target language every day, passively, to the form of a radio program, movie, or television program, as I said. This will help you a lot to build your listening comprehension because as you listen over and over, you naturally pick up words, phrases, but just also the style of native speech. Because so often what you find is there's a difference between the style of the language when you're learning it and the way native speakers communicate with each other. Perhaps they have different inflections or tones or slur or accent that makes it a little harder to pick up for someone who is trying to learn. So to practice this, listen to a lot of native speakers speaking. You'll pick up on these things, and over time, you'll be able to comprehend. This is a bit more of an advanced concept, but I believe that with adequate practice and training over a period of time, your passive ear will develop, and it will just make your active ear even more strong. So that's it. Practice transcribing audio, which means writing down and listening to things you hear and then writing them down when someone speaks in your target language, and also practice developing your passive ear. If you like this video, check out some of the others. I also have a course for practicing the IB oral exam. Link is in the description. Thank you very much. Merci et au revoir.